Get an informed guide to the global outbreak with our daily coronavirus newsletter. Supported by public health officials say that injecting politics into the growing outbreak could make it harder to fight. By Jack Healy, Campbell Robertson, and Sabrina Tabernas. Rob Maness, a Republican commentator, recently wrote a column outlining his concerns about how the coronavirus outbreak could disrupt supplies of medicine. He was not ready for the backlash from his fellow conservatives. "I got accused of being alarmist and trying to hurt the president," said Mr. Maness, a staunch President Trump supporter, describing the response on social media. "I actually said the government's doing a pretty good job. The coronavirus does not discriminate between political parties." But as Mr. Trump and his allies have defended his actions and accused Democrats and the news media of fanning fears to bring down the president, a growing public health crisis has turned into one more arena for bitter political battle, where facts are increasingly filtered through a partisan lens. Democrats accused Mr. Trump of failing to respond adequately to the health threat and then politicizing it instead. At a rally on Friday in South Carolina, Mr. Trump called Democrats' concerns about coronavirus their new hoax, reprising a term he used to dismiss his impeachment and the special counsel investigation into Russian election interference. He walked that back somewhat the next day, saying he wasn't claiming the coronavirus was a hoax. But unlike other political fights, this one is a matter of public health. And some scientists and officials say they are worried that sparring over a growing outbreak, which has now spread to California, Oregon, Washington State, and Rhode Island, could undermine the public's trust in government responses or even goad skeptics into dismissing any real threats as fake news. If the public perceives that issues regarding communicable diseases are influenced by political considerations, they will lose confidence in the information, said Dr. William Schaffner, an infectious disease specialist at Vanderbilt University. That will be to the detriment of all of us. Already, the partisanship has seeped into how many Americans, in particular Mr. Trump's supporters, view the crisis. In interviews across the country, several dismissed Democrats' concerns about whether the United States was prepared to handle the growing outbreak. "It's been a 3-year witch hunt, 3 years they've been trying to get this guy out of office," said Doug Davis, 57, a former concrete form builder in western Pennsylvania who wished that Mr. Trump had shut down the border completely. "You know as well as I do it's garbage everything they've brought up." Updated February 29, 2020. There are few breaks on the rhetoric. When asked by CNN's Jake Tapper on Sunday if he defended remarks by Donald Trump Jr. that Democrats seemingly hope the virus comes to the United States and kills millions of people so they could bring down the president, Vice President Mike Pence declined to condemn them. Instead, he said they were understandable given the criticism directed at his father. Last week a government whistleblower said federal employees interacted with quarantined Americans without proper medical training or protective gear, then scattered into the general population. Democratic lawmakers said the whistleblower faced retaliation after these concerns were shared. Conservative commentators have, as ever, rushed to Mr. Trump's side, praising the administration's response and dismissing fears as a media-hyped overreaction. They have labeled Democrats the pandemic party. Some public health experts and elected officials